Yes, hi everyone. So in today's session we'll be covering anatomy of frog, Rana tegrina. So let's start where we'll be discussing about the digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, excretory system, nervous system and reproductive system. Okay. So let's see. Body cavity contains all the major organ systems. System includes digestive, respiratory, circulatory, nervous, excretory, and reproductive. And each system is well developed for the ambitious life for both the dual life on land as well as on water. So let's see the digestive system. I'm giving overview first. So it consists of two things. What is that? Alimentary canal and digestive glands. So what comes under alimentary canal? Mouth opens into buccal cavity, which leads to pharynx, then esophagus, food pipe, stomach, intestine, rectum, in rectum, then cloaca, and then cloacal aperture. Okay, this is the pathway basically. Okay, cloacal aperture, last one outside. From cloacal aperture, it moves out. Then digestive glands includes liver and pancreas. So this is the alimentary canal and digestive gland. So see here, digestive process how it's happening. Liver is going to secrete the bile which store in gallbladder. Pancreas will be secreting enzymes for protein and carbohydrate digestion. Remember, for protein and carbohydrate digestion, pancreas releases enzyme. So what happens? The food which they are taking, they have the bilobed tongue. So with the help of bilobed tongue, food get into the mouth, which mix with HCl and gastric juices in stomach. Okay, this happens in stomach, leads to the chyme. What is a chyme? When food mixes with gastric juices, it is known as chyme, which reaches to the intestine. Then intestine, we know three parts. It's reaching duodenum, then ileum, and then rectum. Okay, then cloaca and cloacal aperture. So bile helps in emulsification of fat. We know large fat globule will be converted into small fat globules. Then whatever the uh, important nutrients are there, that will be absorbed via villi and microvilli. Then ejection happens. Solid waste will be moved out via cloaca. Okay, this is the process of digestion that's happening in the frog. So first food is mixing with HCl and gastric juices in the stomach, forming a chyme, reaches to duodenum, then rectum, ileum, then cloacal aperture. Liver secreting bile, which is stored in gallbladder, helps in emulsification of fat. The nutrients are getting absorbed in intestine by villi and microvilli. The waste unabsorbed fecal matter will pass through rectum, then cloaca and cloacal aperture, nothing but the ejection. So this is about digestion process in frog. So you see bilobe tongue is there. It captures the food, gathers the food, then moves to the stomach via esophagus. Then in stomach, there are the gastric juices plus HCl forming chyme. Pancreas is releasing pancreatic juices, important for carbohydrate and protein digestion. Then from stomach reaches to duodenum, rectum, ileum, then anus, like cloaca and cloacal aperture. Okay, this is about the digestive system. Now let's see about the respiratory system. So it's happening by the three ways: cutaneous through the skin. So cutaneous respiration happens when they are in water. That's why they have the mucus gland. Through skin in water. Pulmonary word is associated with lungs. ओके, सो पल्मोनरी रेस्पिरेशन लंग्स के थ्रू होता है जब वो लैंड पे मौजूद होते हैं. बक्कल रेस्पिरेशन, how it's happening to the buccal cavity through mouth cavity. Okay, so lungs are present in frogs in a pair and they are pinkish in color, sac like in thoracic region. So lungs pink color में है, sac like shape है और thoracic region में present होते हैं. Hibernation and aestivation, basically the winter sleep and summer sleep में ये किस तरह से respire कर रहे हैं? Cutaneously, through skin they respire. Understood? It's very easy. Respiratory system. Coming to the circulatory system, it's a closed type circulatory system. Blood flows into the blood vessels. Okay, blood capillaries में blood flow कर रहा है. So they have 3-chambered heart, 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. Okay, right auricle, right left auricle and ventricle, 2 auricles and 1 ventricle, and it is enclosed in pericardium, the covering which is protecting them from any shock. Then how this happening, let me show you with the help of diagram. It's okay. See here, what's happened? First, deoxygenated blood will be coming to the heart through the vena cava, superior and inferior vena cavas. They bring the blood and give it to this sinus venosus. Okay, sinus venosus, as you can see, shape क्या है sinus venosus का? Triangular. Okay, so this is a triangular structure and it is present at the dorsal side of right atrium के dorsal side पे present होता है. From superior vena cava blood आ रहा है, sinus venosus में जा रहा है. From sinus venosus it's moved to the right auricle. From right atrium or auricle we can tell, then it's moved to the ventricle. This from auricle से ventricle में चले जाएगा. Coming to the other part, we know oxygenated blood comes from basically the pulmonary vein brings the oxygenated blood from the lungs. So where is pulmonary vein? Is it mentioning? Okay, fine, leave it. So pulmonary vein is bringing the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Okay, it brings the oxygen rich blood to in the left atrium. From left atrium it reaches to the ventricles. Okay, in ventricles what happened? Now only one ventricle is there, so there won't be any separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Right atria से भी right atria से deoxygenated blood आया था और लेफ्ट एट्रिया से ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड आ रहा है. यहाँ पर वेंट्रिकल में मिक्सअप हो जा रहा है. देन दैट मिक्स ब्लड मूव्स टू द ट्रंकस आर्टेरियोसिस और कोनस आर्टेरियोसिस. यू कैन सी इट्स अ सैक शेप स्ट्रक्चर. ये किस तरह का है? सैक लाइक शेप स्ट्रक्चर है. फ्रॉम ट्रंकस आर्टेरियोसिस इट लीड्स टू द बॉडी पार्ट, basically aorta, and then to the body parts. Understood? So how it's happening, I'll give you the flow chart. Yeah. First oxygenated blood. 1 minute. Oxygenated blood through vena cava, sinus venosus to the right atrium, then to the ventricle. This is a common. And deoxygenated blood this is a deoxygenated, not oxygenated. Okay, it will be oxygenated blood. Then oxygenated blood comes from lungs to pulmonary vein to left atrium, and from left atrium to the ventricle. Now mixed blood is there here in ventricle. Mixed blood. Now this mixed blood will move to conus arteriosus. From conus arteriosus it moves to aorta and to the body part. So this is how the blood flow is happening. Understood? Um, if I have mentioned the pulmonary artery in the diagram, so it's not pulmonary artery. I wanted to say pulmonary, but just slipped from my mouth. Okay. So this is the pathway. Deoxygenated through vena cavas, sinus venosus, right atrium, then ventricle. Oxygenated via lungs through pulmonary vein, left atrium to the ventricle. Mixed blood, conus arteriosus through aorta reaches to body part. It has two portal system. What is the portal system? Basically, it's connection between the two organs of the body. So connects hepatic portal system connect intestine and liver. So intestine में जो deoxygenated blood है, it moves to the liver and फिर यहाँ से सीधा हार्ट को जाएगा. रेनल पोर्टल सिस्टम भी यहाँ पर देखने को मिलता है. लोअर पार्ट ऑफ बॉडी टू किडनी एंड देन टू दी हार्ट. ओके, this is how the circulatory system functions. So dorsal side पे हमें sinus venosus triangular shape as you can see, and on ventral side of the atrium, ventral side of the ventricle we can see this truncus arteriosus sac shape. It is a sac shape structure, and this is triangular shape like this. Okay, so blood and lymph, what it is, let's see. So here blood consists of RBC, which is a nucleated nucleus present hota hai, important for the oxygen transport, and it has the hemoglobin. WBC for the defense, white blood cells, platelets for clotting, plasma, nutrients and gases transport ke liye, and they have the lymph, which is a tissue fluid lacking RBC as well as the large protein molecules. Okay, this is about the circulatory system of the frog. They have the lymph vessels, lymph nodes, lymph channel. Okay, under lymphatic system. Now excretory system. So the organs involved in excretory system are kidneys. From kidneys to the ureter, urinary bladder, and then cloaca. Kidneys are dark red bean shaped structure present posterior to the body cavity, के posterior body cavity में present होता है, and they are having the nephrons, also known as uriniferous tubule, which is a structural and functional unit of kidney. So in males, ureter act as urinogenital duct, means urina is also present there, and genital means the sperm. Then female has ureter and oviduct separately. Uh, for urine separate duct, and for transfer of gametes separate duct, oviduct. And frog is urotelic, means they secrete the urea. See the diagram. You see, kidneys leads to the ureter, then to the urinogenital duct. Okay, in male, urinary bladder for storage of urine. All this opens into the cloaca, and cloaca is basically a common chamber for reproductive system, for excretory system, as well as for digestive system. In okay, in female, you see a urinary bladder is urinary system completely different, and oviduct completely system. In male, same opening we can tell. Ureter act as urinogenital duct, and they secrete urea. Now, nervous system is divided into CNS, central nervous system, and peripheral nervous system. So, central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord. पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम इंक्लूड क्रेनियल नर्व जो कि ब्रेन से अराइज होते हैं, स्पाइनल नर्व जो कि स्पाइनल कॉर्ड से अराइज होते हैं. इनके पास ऑटोनोमिक नर्वस सिस्टम भी है जो कि सिंपैथिक एंड पैरासिम्पैथिक है. सिंपैथिक बेसिकली जब एक आप ज़्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल कंडीशन पे हो या जब फंक्शन कर रहा होता है. पैरासिम्पैथिक जब आप रिलैक्स कर रहे हो, व्हेन यू आर स्लीपिंग और व्हेन यू आर सिटिंग, दैट टाइम पैरासिम्पैथिक system is working. And 10 pairs of cranial nerves are there, and spinal nerves are also 10 in pair. They have the brain box that is nothing but a cranium protecting the brain. Vertebral column protects the spinal cord. So spinal cord is protected by vertebral column. Let me write it down here better. brain protection. Vertebral column protect spinal cord. Next, let's see the brain parts. So brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So forebrain के parts क्या है? It includes olfactory lobes, cerebral hemisphere, and diencephalon. Okay, so here a diencephalon is unpaid. What is the function? To smell, to think. Olfactory lobe smelling के लिए. Okay, and cerebral hemisphere thinking, diencephalon unpaid thinking के लिए. Then they have the midbrain optic lobes. Optic related with vision. So the function is vision देखने के लिए. And optic lobe are paid. Okay, they are paid optic lobes. Then hindbrain, it includes cerebellum for balance, medulla oblongata. So it involves in coordination, involuntary control. Okay, and this medulla oblongata passes through the opening in the skull, basically that's foramen magnum. It connects the spinal cord. If suppose this is a brain, it's passing through a opening, the foramen magnum, which leads to the spinal cord. Okay, so brain is connected to the spinal cord with the help of foramen magnum. Okay, suppose this is the brain. If brain is connecting to spinal cord via opening known as foramen magnum. Okay, that is about nervous system. So what we have seen till now, we have seen digestive system. I'm just giving overview quickly. Digestive system includes the alimentary canal and associated glands. So the associated glands are liver and pancreas. Liver secretes bile stored in gallbladder. Pancreas secrete enzyme for protein and carbohydrate digestion. So food mixes with HCl and gastric juices in stomach known as chyme, then moves to duodenum, ileum, rectum, cloaca, and then cloacal aperture. The fats are emulsified with the help of bile, which is secreted by liver and stored in gallbladder. Absorption, the nutrients are getting absorbed in the intestine via villi and microvilli. The unobserved undigested food passes through the cloaca and get ejected out. This is how it is. Tongue, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, ileum, rectum, anus. Cloaca and then cloacal aperture. Respiratory system, 3. Cutaneous through skin, pulmonary via lungs, buccopharyngeal through buccal cavity. Okay, when they are sleeping, winter sleep, summer sleep, through the skin respiration happens. They do have a one pair of a lung which is pinkish in color, sac like, and present in thoracic region. Then circulatory system is closed type. They have three chamber heart, true atrius and one ventricle. It is enclosed in pericardium. So deoxygenated blood reaches the heart via vena cavas, which leads to sinus venosus triangular structure present at dorsal side of a right atrium, from right atrium to the ventricles. Now deoxygenated blood comes from lungs through pulmonary veins to the left atrium, then left atrium to ventricles, where blood is mixed as it's receiving oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, then moves to sinus arteriosus, which is sac-like structure present at the ventral side of a ventricle, opens into aorta and then to the body parts. Apart from it, it do have a two portal system, which includes hepatic portal system connecting two organs. So intestine से deoxygenated blood moves to liver, liver to heart. ठीक है, और renal system, renal word remember किडनी से associated है, hepatic word associated with liver. So lower part of our body से deoxygenated blood reaches to kidneys, kidneys to heart. This is the sinus venosus, triangular shape, dorsal side of right atrium में होता है. Then truncus arteriosus present at the ventral side of a ventricle and it is sac shaped. we have seen blood has the components RBC, WBC, platelets, and plasma. Here the RBC is nucleated. The lymph is a tissue fluid which lacks the RBC and proteins. I'm not explaining the functions all as I have already told you. Now, excretory system includes the organs kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, and cloaca and cloacal aperture. Kidneys are dark bean red shaped structure. Posterior to body cavity, it is the location. It's made up of nephron, also known as uniferous tubule. Male has a ureter, which act as a urinogenital duct. In female, ureter and oviduct open separately. They are not together opening into the cloaca. Then frog is urotelic. It excrete out urea. Nervous system divided into CNS, PNS, and autonomic nervous system. The CNS includes brain and spinal cord, which they have 10 pairs of cranial nerves and spinal nerve, each 10. Then autonomic nervous system includes sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Brain is protected in a box known as cranium. Spinal cord is protected through vertebral column. Forebrain has olfactory lobe, cerebral hemisphere, and unpaired diencephalon for smell and thinking. Midbrain include optic lobes, which are paired, important for vision function. Hindbrain includes cerebellum and medulla oblongata, involved in coordination, involuntary control. सेंस ऑर्गन दे हैव टच के लिए सेंसरी पैपिलेस है फॉर टेस्ट दे हैव टेस्ट बर्ड फॉर स्मेल दे हैव नेसल सेप्टम एंड they are basically not well developed. They are just the cell aggregation around the nerve endings. Okay, then vision is through eyes, simple eyes with nictitating membrane. Hearing and balance is by tympanum, and internal ears they have. Internal ears are for balancing. Do remember, internal ears are for balancing. The male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system में पेड टेस्टिस है जो कि किडनीज को अटैच करते हैं. यू सी द टेस्टिस आर देयर. दे आर पेड इन स्ट्रक्चर और किडनी को अटैच्ड है. एज यू कैन सी हियर, किडनी को क्या है, अटैच्ड है वाया मीसेंक्रोन. सो मीसेंक्रोन क्या है, एक फोल्ड ऑफ पेरिटोनियम है जो कि किडनी को अटैच कर रहा है टेस्टिस से. ठीक है, टेस्टिस ओपन्स इनटू दिस वासा इफ्रेंशिया में ओपन होता है टेस्टिस, which leads to Bidder's canal. Is it mentioned here? Which opens into Bidder's canal, and from Bidder's canal, this is a Bidder's canal. Okay, this is Bidder's canal. From Bidder's canal, it moves to urinogenital duct, then to cloaca, and then to cloacal aperture. So this is the pathway: testis, vas efferentia. Third one is Bidder's canal. Bidder's canal. Fourth, urinogenital duct. Fifth, cloaca. Sixth, cloacal aperture. Okay. So, paired testis attached to kidney by mesenchyme, which is a fold of peritoneum. Then vas efferentia, 10 to 12 ducts है ये, 10 to 12 ducts of vas efferentia opens into Bidder's canal, then urinogenital tract, cloaca, and then cloacal aperture. From cloaca, it's open to cloacal aperture. Cloaca is a common passage for feces, unwanted waste, urine, and sperm. So, excretory system, digestive system, excretory system, and reproductive system के लिए common opening है, which is nothing but the cloaca. So, testis, vas efferentia, they are how many? 10 to 12 in pair. Okay, fine. Then Bidder's canal, this is the Bidder's canal, third one. Then urinogenital duct, common for urine and sperm. Then cloaca, cloacal aperture. Coming to the female reproductive system, they have the organs involved: ovaries, paired ovaries, which opens into oviduct, cloaca, and then cloacal aperture. It is not connected with kidneys. So see here, this is the oviduct and this is the kidney. Hmm. There is no such connection as you can see here. This is the ovaries. These are the ovaries, paired structure, and it opens into oviduct, then from oviduct to cloaca, and then to cloacal aperture. Ovary, oviduct, cloaca, cloacal aperture. This is the pathway, and they are going to lay 2,500 to 3,000 ova per season or per टाइम एक टाइम पे 2500 से 3000 ओवा रिलीज होते हैं फर्टिलाइजेशन inside the body sorry outside the body external हो रहा है in water it's happening male comes and gives out this sperms releases the sperm female releases the ova now they will fuse why they are releasing egg in such a large number to increases the chance of fertilization का chance increase हो इसलिए ओवा ज़्यादा रिलीज कर रहे हैं फीमेल्स ओके डेवलपमेंट हाउ इट्स हैपनिंग इट्स बेसिकली इनडायरेक्ट development is indirect through tadpole larva okay to tadpole larva there we can see the metamorphosis basically they undergo metamorphosis to convert into the adult frog so this is about the female reproductive system so by this we have completed the reproductive system also so what is the importance of frog how it is beneficial to the humans it helps in maintaining the ecological balance food web mein food cycle plays a major role there and they do eat insects which helps in protection of crops they are linked in food chain and in some regions it's used as a food also उनके legs को खाया जाता है frog legs is used as food so this was all about the frog okay digestive system cloaca is common opening for digestive reproductive and excretory system do remember so understood the male and female reproductive system it's very easy just go through this lecture uh, I'll be seeing you all with the next with the next topic that's about cockroach. So, students, I want you to share this video with your friends. If you're do like this session, do subscribe to my channel, and if you want any other suggestion, if you want me to take any other topic, you can note it, write down in the comment section. Okay, and do keep practicing the MCQs for the NEET exam and for the CBSE do practice the PYQs for NEET and for both. I'll be preparing a strategy video for the NEET for to crack it in 6 months. Basically, how you can do it. It's not gonna be easy. Let me be clear with that. It's not easy. It will be a complete difficult. No, let me be very clear to you it won't be easy it will be a very difficult journey if you haven't read anything till now I don't think so if any student is not like that there is no student जिसने अभी तक कुछ प्रिपरेशन की ना हो की होंगी आपने कुछ ना कुछ बट आपको ब्रश अप करने अपने कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छी तरह से देयर नीड्स टू बी अ मल्टीपल सेट ऑफ रिवीजन and you need to practice a number of mock tests so you can analyze your mistakes you can work on your mistake and get a good marks in the examination so if you have any suggestions or anything if you're not understanding you can ask me in the comment section I'll reply you there okay bye take care